Joey never had any formal chef training, yet the dishes she made were loved by everyone in town. One day, a man took just a single bite of her food and immediately handed her a business card. He told her to come to the restaurant listed on it for an interview. Joey was busy stir-frying at the time, so she simply slipped the card into her pocket. It wasn't until later that night, when she was about to rest, that she remembered it. She looked up the restaurant's name and was stunned. It was a Michelin 5-star restaurant, and the head chef there was the world-famous Paul. The next day, Joey went to the restaurant. A staff member led her straight into the kitchen. The place was fully equipped, with more than a dozen knives of every size lined up neatly. Soon, Chef Paul himself walked in. Another man had also come to interview. Their test? To make a simple fried rice. The other candidate, a trained chef, smirked at the simplicity of the task. He scooped out a steaming bowl of freshly cooked rice, but Joey pulled a container of cold rice from the fridge instead. When they finished, his fried rice looked mouth-watering, while Joey's seemed plain and unremarkable. But Paul didn't even taste hers. He just leaned in, sniffed it once, then told the man to go home. The man protested angrily, insisting he had graduated from a prestigious culinary school. Paul silenced him with a sharp slap, and just like that, Joey was officially hired. The next day, they would be cooking for high-ranking officials. The theme of the menu, blood and flesh. Paul brought out a slab of grade 5 Wagyu beef. With effortless precision, he sliced it into paper-thin cuts. Then he handed the knife to Joey, asking her to try. It was her first time handling such an expensive ingredient, and her hands trembled. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't slice it properly. Paul finally told her to stick to stir-frying instead. But Joey's proud, bold cooking style meant nothing in Paul's kitchen. Even the stir-frying she normally excelled at felt clumsy under his gaze. At one point, her dish stuck to the pan completely. Paul erupted in anger, shouting at her. Feeling humiliated, Joey burst into tears. She wanted to walk away, but deep down she knew, if she wanted to change her life, she had to endure this. That night, she stayed alone in the kitchen, practicing over and over. The following day, Joey managed to fry a slice of Wagyu just right. Paul tasted it, but said nothing. His silence alone was proof of approval. Joey looked down at her arm, blistered from hot oil burns, and for the first time, she allowed herself a smile of triumph. At the banquet for the officials, they plated just a small piece of beef on each dish, topping it with a spoonful of beef blood sauce. That was all it took to complete a Michelin-level dish. The officials devoured the beef, licking even the last drops of blood from their plates. And Paul, who had risen from humble beginnings, knew his plan for revenge against the wealthy had finally succeeded.